able to discover for them their purpose, or discover why you want them or why you need them, then it will help you to position what kind of value you want to put on the inside of them. Once you not discover the values in these people or the set of persons that you want to raise around you, then you can't make a headway in developing them. That is why every time you see anybody in your relationship, whether in the family, whether in the place of work, whether in the society, the community where you live, you must always try to see the best in others, even when they are not even being at their best. So in adding value in discovering, you must be able to see that part of them that they cannot see and put it to them. That's another way of even encouraging them. I can slightly say that given what we have right now, what is going on with the pandemic and the crisis, everybody is looking for love. Everybody is looking for where they are valued. Everybody is looking for encouragement. Even in the situations where you have broken homes, you have issues around that is going on, some wife out there, some husband is looking for somebody to tell them that this thing that they are inside, that is a good that is going to come out of it. The troubles, the trials that they're going through, there is a good that they're going to come out of it. The moment you are able to discover the purpose and discover why this person is supposed to be around you or develop, then it takes you to the next stage where you now help them to develop. Now, developing here is getting involved in the trainings, getting involved in the teachings, getting involved in the mentoring, getting involved in the discipling. Now, watch, I said mentoring and discipling because there's a slight difference between mentoring and discipling. Mentoring, you can just give that person a particular area or aspect of the life that you feel, but discipling is total in nature. You are giving the person both the formal and informal skills, and that is why, even for those of us who are Christians and believe in the fellowship of Jesus Christ, we know that he didn't mentor people, he discipled them. It was clear and specific because he saw the values in this men, even though they were fishermen, even though they were unlearned men, even though they were ordinary men, he saw things in them. That's why he was able to tell them that just follow me, just be under my leadership, be under my discipleship, and I will make you, turn you from men who fish ordinary fish to men who would develop other people, that's fishers of men. Now, once you're able to discover that area and you've developed them in the areas that you want them, one of the things that you need to do next that is difficult for many people to do is the next step, which is now to deploy them. There is a point for release. You cannot develop people and keep them to be around you that long. If it's an organization, maybe it's time you've developed people to the point where they have come to the stage of becoming proper managers. They can manage their homes. You've trained your kids from the different stages of their life. They've gone through school, they've finished all the levels of education you want them to do. Then it's time to release them. It's time to release them to either get married. It's time to release them to start a branch. So sometimes you need to start off the branch. That is why I also like the eastern part of Nigeria kind of training, where you go to learn a trade for a certain period of time. You go through the mentorship and discipleship process, and after several years, 6 on the 7th year, you are released and you start your own, because at this point, the person has been developed enough to stand on his own. Development is key. Deployment rather is key in all of this. The moment you have discovered what the abilities on the inside of them, you made that time and you've developed them, and then it's time you must always deploy them. Deployment is the stage where these people will become better persons. As I begin to wrap up today, I want to let you know that people who work better with others are good followers. People who help others to work are good managers. But people who help better people to work, are good leaders. You understand that in developing people, you must always get them to the point where you better them first, so that they will better others. You better people first so that they can better others. And if the chain continues, it flows from the family unit into the society, then we'll have a better nation. I want to say that in developing people, there are 5 areas that you as a person must also look into. First of all, I've already said that in mentioning discovery. You must value people. Always learn to speak valuable words to people. Always place value on the inside of them. Once you place that value at different level, whether it's a domestic staff, whether it's somebody who is on paid employment, for whatever it is, your security, the people around you, always find valuable words to reach out to them. And once you found the value in them, it takes you to the next stage, which is to make a commitment. So people like to know that you're committed to them. After telling them how valuable they are and how they can do what they used to think is impossible, how you can make the impossible seem very possible for them, you have to make a commitment. You have to give your time. Your commitment here means your time to making sure that you follow through, not just the words, but to ensure that these people are on the right track. And once you do that and you've given them that level of commitment, the next thing is that you must also learn to set the standards. You have to set the standards. Whether in the discovery, in the development, or the deployment, you are giving them your life, so there's a standard you must set. You are the standard bearer, which you must always transmit that standard to them. And finally, you must learn to influence these people. Influence them with your lifestyle, influence them with the things you do, influence them with love, influence them with care, influence them at every level. And above all, you will help develop better people that will have a better society. Until I come your way again, I want you to know that this is thinking beyond the box, and I want you to keep thinking beyond the box. Thank you, and stay blessed.